talk about normal clubs, the Thai clubs also all playing hardstyle and all that. Become like the norm already. So I think it's a good time to try and push that. Of course, pick the right artist lah. I mean, there's of course the nice one with melodies, and then of course the irritating one that's just like banging it. So it's good to find the artist that balance out so that because I mean those who like hard style, very pure one, they will like all type. But to bring it to a commercial audience, we need to have that balance lah. So I mean, it's kind of like a mix between like hard dance, a bit of psytrance. So when there's the melody there, the good vocals, all that, it at least the normal people can accept a bit.
Yeah, would you say that as a festival planner, right, you are like DJing, but you're not DJing with songs, but you're DJing with DJs.
Yeah,
right. Okay, like put the order and all.
Yeah, we have to plan the order, especially to get the right flow lah. If not, suddenly up down, then people get very confused. Also.
Yeah, I seen one of the craziest thing is in Ultra Miami they put the dubs, which is DVBBS, then after that then Kaigo, then Carnage. It's like a is that like purposefully done, and how you gonna do it if it's like your way lah?
I think for them is they don't really care what it's just I mean, and then sometimes also artists bigger one want to play early, you have to manage that kind of expectation. So for us from the start when we plan already, we already book and plan the schedule according to the program that they are. So I mean Ultra, a lot of like you see Tomorrowland also they just put the DJs, can be house and suddenly EDM, then hardstyle and all that. So I mean to them it's like people they expect that lah. But I think Asia, like say for here, a bit tough to do like that. Our crowd quite fussy.
What can we expect for 2023 then?
We definitely going to build on the hard dance one, and then we are planning some maybe like the big one like that, and then hip hop one. We will try to do a few small ones lah, maybe techno, house, trance. I mean smaller ones. I think at this point in time it's safer to do that because
smaller as in club level.
No, like what we did, like 3,000 packs. The big ones quite tough lah. I mean in the like
big. Are you aiming for hardstyle?
No.
All small.
Still
multiple small
until the big one, then it's a mix of genres lah. Yeah, but it's a bit tricky to do very big ones lah. I mean you see the last few festivals like Hype World and all that, too big. Surprisingly, like once COVID opened, everybody's going back to go crazy, right? But no.
I think too many people live without clubbing for too long already. And then when clubbing is back, they don't know how to react.
They get used to it already, I think.
Yeah.
And then we got like what, 2-3 generations of people that never ever went clubbing before. Yeah, and they're just getting introduced to this kind of things.
The poor thing is those turned 18 during COVID. Rage at home.
2 years, 2 years stuck inside.
So like when it open, they don't even know where to start now. So it's quite.
Right.
They don't know how to react to the music as well. Right? Some of them don't even know how to dance.
I got one question, right? It's about like artists like Vintage Culture or about people like John Summit. Like for example, they are touring South America, right? All 80 to 100K because they can bring a lot of crowd, and the ROI is mad lah. And everybody in the Western Hemisphere all prefer more progressive stuff. But then when you come to Asia, right, it becomes like a warm-up set, in a sense.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and then when we cannot pay them that much, they won't come, and then their influence cannot spread to Asia. So, is there a way we can kind of like tackle this in a sense that we can bring more Western sounds to Asia that makes sense for both the artists and the club as well?
You see, in order to educate the party goers about the music, we have to start playing the music. But even the clubs don't even like the DJ don't even play that in the club. Everybody just want the standard EDM and all that. So it's very hard to push. So I mean, there are clubs the smaller ones that push this kind of sound, but it's such a small market.
The impact, no.
200 people, and then it doesn't really spread. So a bit hard to very hard to do unless some big clubs start to push that sound, and then like the DJs really start to play maybe I think now because of COVID, there's a lot more streams and all that.
Yeah.
So if you all can start to push that kind of sound out more, then people will start to get exposed to it.
Yeah, I mean we trying lah, but it's so not difficult lah. This is very damn difficult lah.
I mean, with that, then like the next question is, how do you see nightlife in the next 5 years? You know, according to this, you know. Yeah. Like how?
Okay, you see, everyone assumes that once it reopens, nightlife is going to go crazy. It was when it started, and then after F1 it just dropped. I think people just cannot spend anymore or just got tired lah. I think it really went very hard when the first 2 months or first month. Every day people just partying. Now you see even like small clubs can't even fill up anymore.
Right.
So, and then of course there's the rise of the Samtunes lah. They are getting bigger and bigger. We are getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
And we are getting tougher to fill. They can fill up every day. Like people just more exposed and they are. It's more relaxing lah. You go there, I can go in like that. Buy 1 beer tower. I don't need to spend 3,000 on the table.
But do you feel it's like a bubble that might burst in the near future, or
On this one, I don't know. At the rate it's going, and you see now when they start to play like hardstyle and all that, which the clubs are really playing, and they are also playing that. Last time there was a very big difference. We play this, they play that.
Correct.
Now they play that already. Also same. And the clubs are getting bigger. Look at what Space One with, and it's not like big and ugly. It's nice, you know.
Yeah.
Fully furnished.
You can challenge a normal club, and I wouldn't even say it's something they are playing the same now. The only difference they got every day open lah, got girls, everything. So what to fight?
Yeah, that's the thing like.
I can see the rise of something is not only in Singapore or Malaysia or what.
Oh yeah, everywhere.
Dude, I went to Philippines. There's also Siam Teos.
Got European something.
Yeah, Europeans.
Europeans.
Yeah, everywhere there's Siam Teos. It's like I think that's the in thing right now.
Yeah. They like that very local. It's very local. They play the Manyao, the Vinaos. Yeah, very very local. So I think for locals. Every day they can go. No pressure. And I eat really like wearing slipper. Let's go. Club like club. I have to dress up. Go got table or not? So expensive. All the first world
But
problems.
some people also quite pricey also. It's just what's the.
Yeah, but the minimum spend is not until like.
Yeah, and they don't have entrance fee, bro.
Yeah, correct lah.
Yeah.
Because right now, even like the last time the entrance fee, let's say for Zouk is like what 30 something, and now it's like 50, 40 something, 50. Like they increase everything.
Every day like festival price.
I don't know if there's a way around it lah. Maybe club need to be a bit more change the direction of music so that they can create a difference. Then they have a different market lah. Not everybody just attacking the same crowd, you know.
Yeah. That's why you ask me 5 years. I don't even know what it's going to be like next year, man. It's going to be so tricky.
Yeah.
Because now there's so many, like in these 3 months alone, there were so many festivals, so many clubs opening also.
Yeah.
So
everything just happened too fast and it's too expensive. Like, the prices keep going up. But people already COVID already no work. Then you go and charge higher some more.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough lah, especially if the prices don't drop and it's going to be tricky next year.
yeah, but speaking of COVID so that time everyone was waiting for nightlife to open. So what were you doing before that? Like before nightlife open?
I mean, we still have our own family business, but we do a lot of streams. We did Legacy Virtual the 2 years. I did one Asia festival where I got all the DJs from around Asia to do. And then we started planning overseas festival. So we did one in April, then Bangkok also. But so just nice open up, quite sudden like here just open up. So we in the midst of planning that one, then we started to plan Singapore one and a few other regional ones. I mean, we have to go over plan to do overseas. Here like you see even club already like that. Festivals also gonna be trouble. So we start to explore doing regionally.
Do you feel like you actually have a bigger ROI when you do it overseas than here in Singapore?
I guess it's easier for one. There's population is more, and then openness to music is much better. And then like there you can do different genres, and then they just party to music. Here has to be quite specific because I think the thing is Singapore is just too small.
Yeah. Everybody fighting for the same crowd.
Yeah, and somehow it's like when we do festival, like everybody know everybody, so it's just so. It becomes like, hey, come on, give me guest list lah. Become under like there's always somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, and then become like too tight already lah. Very yeah. So overseas is like, I don't know you, I do the festival, you like my lineup, you come, you pay. You don't need to ask me for this and that and this and that.
Yep. And I was at some of them, right? Like literally, they'll just come and pay without even with their friends or whatever. They'll just go because they like the music. They want to go there just to experience it.
Well, you say Singapore is becoming like a premium city in a sense because like every year we are like top the most expensive country in the world, right? And then it seems like all your Gong Li, Jackie Chan or like Tiffany, SNSD all want to convert to Singaporean citizen. Maybe essentially you become like all the high-end acts will be performing here, and then for us all the local regional we have no choice but to go to other countries and perform.
Yeah, I mean, you see, I mean, Singapore, one thing good is the branding. Like, it's branding where people think that, wow, this festival here, right, means must be very good. That's why, even in terms of artists, we kind of pay a premium because people just think Singapore is loaded. But very hard. That's why, very hard to create a festival, bring big acts and actually make money. They charge very high. We cannot charge expensive for ticket because people really don't buy already. You charge higher tickets.
Is there a myth that most music festivals don't make money? It's just for branding, and then after that, throughout the years they do other stuff.
Oh yeah, of course.
Earn money.
The first few will lose until you build a brand. People like Coachella, like Ultra, all started out losing money. Once the brand is there already, they just put Ultra this date. No, you have to put the lineup. People start to buy tickets.
3 minutes.
They just trust, bro.
Trust. Even the lineup question mark also trust, bro. Yeah.
So it takes time to build under like that lah.
I can feel that here in Singapore, right, you really need to play around with the prices because local. Let's talk about international people that's coming in. Once you see, let's say they want to go for Legacy, right, or Zouk out, right, they would pay whatever you put the price there. They will just pay, but locals. They won't. But the thing is, you need local support because that's actually one of the bigger masses that will support you.
Yeah, and I think also like for festivals, they can do kind of like a combo deal with like flights or hotel and then make it more worthwhile. Because I know like for Zouk out, right, there are people from Japan or Indonesia, they will fly over to come, like wow, the first beach festival in Asia, kind of signature lah. So I think like probably Legacy should or is maybe already heading towards that direction where you like
first one we tried to do with like hotel deals and then flight, but it was not as easy lah, especially when it's the first time.
Of course.
So once we start to build, and then of course STV must support lah. Then from there, then we can work deals with the flights and all that.
STB, Singapore Youth Council or something, they also support like the music, right, grants and all these kind of things.
For Legacy, there were also local artists that you brought. So to you, like, which local artists you think can make the next step to go overseas?
Hardstyle.
Anything like, Hardstyle, of course, our Legacy Festival Hardstyle.
Yeah, like we already got our 3 biggest like local export, which is Wukong, Mern and Inquisitive, right? Then they are also like up and coming.
I think Doppelganger's not bad. I brought them a few to Cambodia and Thailand. So I mean they do different sound, not exactly EDM, so easier to push. The more they produce their own music, and it's quite I would say it's easy to accept for audience. And I think Hardstyle Ray is very good. Ray is very good, but I think in terms of production, it's only not a lot. Foxella, I think, got a few tracks. But I think still, I think 808 Gong and
the
Infamous also good for their bass music, very good. But I think these are the few that dare to produce their own music.
So all these local artists, right? What do you think for them and for us as the community? How can we bridge the gap to give them more support? Because I feel like the myth is also like every time when the hashtag support local, then we always nothing happens. So how do we?
Yeah, local don't trust local.
Yeah.
I think Singapore is too small. So it can be like, oh, they're doing a party. And then somewhere somebody will like, hey, I don't like this person. And one person don't go there, all don't go. So it's just too small already, you know, like, or somewhere like, oh, he's my rival lah. In front high lah, but then you know, like, so very. It's just everybody is just too connected already. Right? It becomes, you know, like Zouk Market big club, right? So people just come, you know, there's not much. Especially when you do like your own pop-up party, then that's where all the drama starts.
Well, what's your advice for like local acts? How do we like level up to become regional and essentially like maybe C tier, B tier, then A tier? How do we like?
I mean,
through production is one
production,
thing, right?
one thing. Yeah.
Online content.
I mean, my time was much easier because there wasn't much of this. I just did my own mixtapes. I give out CDs. I give out CDs.
Yeah.
The long run. CDs.
Hey, I give out CDs also, man, to like North Point, man.
How did you start DJing?
How did I start? Oh.
Throw back far.
So long ago. I mean, we were
Throw far back.
like me, Joshua Pillai, all stay in the same neighborhood. So we were just talking about it last time. So like we can hang out lah. Spring Gardens, a lot of DJs were from there. So we just play around. We start doing our own gigs, events, gigs, and from there just got more and more. Then of course, like I said, to level up, did a lot of mixtapes, give out CDs. And then I put out one a week, at least once a week. I just keep doing until I had last time there was this like music site. Now it's like it's called iMeme, so you can put up mixers.
Oh.
Within a few months, I had 200,000 followers.
Whoa.
Then they closed the site. I'm so angry.
Wow,
But that's how then I started doing mixers for Night 7 and all that.
Yeah.
And then from there, and people like were just because nobody was doing that.
Yeah.
Everybody was just playing their gigs. And it wasn't so easy to find music last time. So every day to do mixes, every day I had to find new music. So always pushing lah. Then so we got a lot of songs that people don't have. Then we started to play in the club. Then like last time no Shazam on. You want the song, you need to ask the person.
The person also sometimes don't want to give.
So when I put out my mixtape, right, I don't put the track list. I just give what song. Then people will start to. So that's how we try to gather more following. Do more music. I mean that was our easiest way to build the base. And it was good because when I started doing that, then people were used to play in their shop lah. They used to play because nobody was doing mixes. It's just track by track. Last time it's just like that. So when you start doing mixes, what they'll play at their parties, they'll play in the bar, they put like, mix.
Somehow you need to put your watermark there so that they know.
So I did that for DJ, then always got my name will come out. I cannot say it's that one.
Like some there's this like very popular clip on YouTube where DJ Duo was supposedly DJing, but they actually playing hardware on air. DJ Drop come on hardware on air.
Must put your drop.
Must put your drop.
So from there, when you start to give out, then of course, hopefully widen your network. Then you start to play overseas. Make friends with overseas people, and then once you start to go around, and that's where you learn the most. You are every day you in Singapore. Every day you play in the same club already. Like every day you play in Singapore or even like that. So you need to go out and then you see what they are playing, what kind of style they are doing. I used to go like when I had time. Every 2-3 months I would just go fly here. I go to Australia for 1 week. I go Vietnam 1 month. Just keep going. And then when you come back, you feel very refreshed.
But how do you like connect with the people back then when like social media wasn't so like prevalent? You know.
True lah. I mean,
you write letters.
Pen pal.
I got pigeon. I just
Harry Potter.
last time no owl use pigeon. So we somehow there was already that connect lah. Then we when I go there, then we all meet up with their gang. Then I bring them here. Then exchange lah. That's how you do exchange.
I think last time it's better, like you connect better with people because there's no phones or whatever. Like literally when you're chilling together, you're really chilling together and really having that connection. Now it's like, okay, there's an awkward silence. Okay, everybody take out phone.
Last time really is everybody is just talking, drinking, and then you go over there, all got they have their DJ set up. Everybody it's just jamming lah. Like the culture there is so. very tight. Like everybody is jamming every day. You know, like they just walk to each other's houses. You know, here.
And I think because DJing has evolved past like so many generations already, would you see like right now that DJ sets are more than just DJing already? You need to introduce visuals, you need to have girls dancing at the side.
Or you have to dance yourself.
You actually need to introduce gimmicks, basically.
Yeah. So that has become the, like, for example, some acts, when you book them, their production costs more than the artist. So it's like, what are we paying for actually? Like the artist or just the production? Like that I can just pay for production, then just ask anybody to play. But it becomes so part and parcel, I mean, but that's how we advance, like we go with the technology, like even say for example all these CDAs. Last time where got sing one, but when you sing, you can do a lot of other things. Instead of just you count the beat. Okay, must
write down on a sticker.
So it helps, especially last time people dance in the club or in the festival is we place one circle, then everybody dance together. Now everybody like watching concert. So if you got nothing, right? Very weird lah. Imagine you're just sitting there playing, then got no visual, no light, no laser, then the DJ just playing, then everybody not there.
Yeah. They want to watch a show lah.
Last time people go and dance. Now people go and order drinks from you. Right?
Everybody's just like, like meerkats, like that one group of meerkats just. They sometimes take out phone.
Yeah, everybody take out phone like that. Like, yeah.
So that's why I see very refreshing when you do hardstyle. You see it all raging out there, headbang, like really is dancing. And number one is just like watching concert. You're really watching concert. So they need that the whole visuals, and I think the way they advance now, their visuals are so good. It's so amazing. They
3D
pop-up, 3D, and then the whole lighting goes together with the track. It's really amazing. They really invest in that.
Last time when you in the olden days, right? If you want to see 3D and everything, you need to take some stuff. Now you don't. It just comes to you already.
Real life 3D
technology.
No, but speaking of gimmicks, what's the funniest thing you see when you're DJing that time? That happened to you, or you see, when you were DJing?
The ones when the gimmick was when they first come out, all those sexy female DJ, they come up and then they start to grind the CDJ. There was one I can't remember. I think go on the deck then grinding the turntable. Then
when the turntable moving.
I don't know what they're doing. So there's a lot of weird things. And of course there's also like your Salvatore Ganucci doing the worm and all that. So I mean it's fun. I mean sometimes it's quite fun, especially when you do long festival, right? One guy comes out like that, right? It really changes the whole. Then and you see some of them, some of the DJs I see Manik Sub-Zero Project, they very real life very chill one. But once they go on stage, explode. They really just go crazy. But very very interesting. They can just switch at that. So that's how they
I think the crowd demands that. If not, they will be like, then the hype won't be there. Then the club manager will be like, reconsidering the booking and all this kind of thing. So I think there's a lot at stake. Same like last time when there's pop singers like Tayo Cruz, all this also, right? Very famous for being very stoic. I never move on. But then when it's coming, I came to dance. Wow.
By the way, you talk about female DJs, right? What do you feel about Miss Pui joining the DJ scene? you know who's Miss Pui?
Miss Fat.
Miss Pui.
It's a Malaysian super influencer, 18 million followers.
She got OnlyFans, and she just did her first gig, I think, this week.
I think so.
Miss Pui.
Collaboration with Goldfish or something. I think so. A track.
So she's producer DJ?
I think just DJ lah. And then in her poster, right, there's her, and then I have to put DJ performance below.
She's actually got famous because of OnlyFans.
Huge. And then I think she got a lot of overseas collab. Some big brands.
But now she's stepping into our scene, our DJ scene.
Whoever wants to play,
okay. Regarding that, it's what do you feel about influencer DJ? All
just play properly lah. I mean, you want to play properly lah, you know, like really use your platform to do good music lah, not just play for the sake of just playing and then collecting money. You know?
For all those people that like been day one, like been a purist musician DJ, right? And then like they are basically not making any money, but all these people that you know, movie stars that become a DJ, you know, they cross genre, wow, then they just make a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
So is there something like work smart or not work harder, like a word of advice for like our purist DJ lah? Like in a way, how can we like kind of tap in that knowledge? You know, they come from another place and they're famous.
Very tough really. I mean, end of the day, it's like we talk about everyone needs a gimmick. Or something like that. And in order to not be the same, they needed to find that lah. But some of them, once they pass that, very hard to find something new to like change their hope. They can't suddenly just start dancing and you know. Like,
I mean, that's what Salvatore Canacci did, right? He was credible for many years producing Mumbaton, and then he stopped. He made Speed House, and then he started dancing. Like that.
See,
but not everybody is like that.
He got that platform to start to dance. Like. These DJs. Unless they do their own stream and then they start dancing on the stream. It's going to be tough to suddenly just, especially if like that more older one. How are they going to start? So maybe they start producing something, do something different.
You know, like there are people that are saying that, oh, okay, producing mixtapes once a week is very tough, right? And then I see this guy on TikTok live, he's a full disabled person. He cannot even move his hand, and then he's like very small size one, and then he's like with a stick in his mouth and he's DJing, you know? And then he's just literally like make us all look bad. Like if you scroll TikTok, right, and then you come across his live, he's like literally on his hospital bed elevated and he's DJing every day. Yeah, just because he loves DJing, you know. So I think if you love something and then you put in extra effort, I think you will definitely pay off lah. Yeah. And then that's the standout point about him, and everybody else need to find what they are good at, lor. And stand out lah.
I think if they really want to re-enter the scene or what, produce or do mixtapes that are different that stands out, but then they need to learn how to distribute. Because I mean we come from a time where there was no social media. So it's very hard sometimes for the older ones to suddenly adapt also. Because like for me also, I stopped at Instagram. I got TikTok. I too many already.
Too many,
Yeah, too many. And nobody want to see an uncle down there dancing. So. I know some of the stars.
Start singing.
They will shut down my account in 2 seconds.
I mean, got Uncle Raymond dancing, right?
I cannot sing, I cannot dance, I cannot MC. That's why I become DJ. I pick my battles. So yeah lah. So it's very difficult to just TikTok like they ask me how to play. I don't even know how to play. I just take it. I just download the TikTok just to see that for my festival stuff only. I don't even have my own. No. You all do TikTok, right?
When I first downloaded TikTok, when I first downloaded TikTok, right, my misconception also is just all about dancers. But then as you go more in depth, then you realize that there's so many musical stuff. Like literally, one guy just do beatboxing, and then the person can duet, can add a vocal, then can duet. Can add more, then a lot of layers. That's one thing lah.
The thing that I like about it is the educational part. You know, like I actually learned a few things. You know, like especially
a lot of cooking stuff.
Yeah, not only that, it's was that even you know, like okay, this song was remixed by this person, and the sample is from another time, like 80s or even you know, like you know, like they'll show you the music video of like a black and white music video of that same sample, like they got it from that. Like all this educational stuff, I think is very interesting.
Like a lot of content like for all types of people. Sports, I know that the football stuff also very big on TikTok.
It is.
Then of course the dancing then the funny, the comedy is quite fun.
The comedy is
funny part. I like. That's what I like about.
But I think like more than like maybe 60-80% of 60-70% of it is thirst traps, like a lot.
Of course.
Different kind of trap, different kind of thirst traps.
So now also a lot of DJs trying to make themselves big on TikTok, which is a good platform.
Well, I think you know, like during the pandemic, I saw Vera was the one that's really doing.
That's why now they can do their
culture.
I mean, it's good that during that time they found something which to build. A lot of people just give up already.
Yeah. But do you think like TikTok has reduced a lot of people's attention span?
I think it's too fast. Like you see something too long, you just cannot swipe.
That's why. So
I guess that's also the reason why like progressive sets like house or this kind of thing harder to work, getting harder and harder. And all the progressive DJ need to mix like open format DJ.
Yeah.
Next. Yeah.
Dude, especially those even the trance. Last time the tracks are so long.
Yeah.
Now very compact. 3 minutes. That's never a trance song 3 minutes last time.
Yeah.
Never 5-1.
Yeah. 7-8 minutes.
Because people just not patient anymore. Like in the club, the breakdown too long, people start to take out handphone and you can see the floor start to spread. It's quite strange, I mean, the whole journey of the song.
Yeah, correct. People don't understand that anymore. Like they don't like close their eyes and feel the music anymore. They just like, oh, this is good. Then after that, like after a while, let's go do something else.
Yeah. Like look at festivals. Look at Timmy trumpet. Play one song, 5 minutes play, 5 minutes stop. 5 minutes play, 5 minutes stop. So it's become like a concert lah. There's no real, but at least he's got he plays the trumpet and all that. Like very entertaining. You see. Yeah, but then very hard to have a pure dance festival where it's just dance all the way. Right?
Maybe do we have maybe as DJs do we have something to learn from like maybe like rappers or singers where they sing a song and then they engage the audience a while, blah blah blah. Is there something like that? Because I think for rap or rock or other genres, right, where it's more live performance, right, they don't really face this problem because they are like constantly engaging, right? They're doing stuff. So I guess like that's the also give rise to people like Fred again, where he's just
or like James Hype.
Yeah. So I guess like more like controllerism, turntablism, when you're a bit more hands-on.
Then you hype man yourself.
Yeah.
Now everybody have to talk. Put your hands up every day.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
The heart shape.
This one, the hands all.
So I mean, it become a very visual thing really. Especially you need to engage the crowd. You're not
Must level up lah.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I think for like a lot of Ibiza festivals, right? Like for example, like recently we saw KRAVE, right? Or KRAVE, that's how he pronounced his name. And then he don't really engage the audience because that is how you would play if you are at Ibiza festival, It's like progression and all. But then when it comes to Asia and you don't engage them, right? Then they just like faded. Their attention just faded.
Yeah.
And you need to constantly engage. Yeah, and I think he only picked up his mic like 4 times the whole entire night. Yeah, and it was like nearly a 3-hour set. Yeah.
I guess if like say for example like Ferry the Grey, if they don't want to engage, they get the MC. Also it helps to keep the.
No, but then if you realize, right, above and beyond, right, they don't want to use the mic and they don't want other people to use the mic. So if you realize, they type on like Microsoft Word or what on the screen, then twice type, then the word come out as they type.
That's their style. I think they don't want anything to
interfere
with the music.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting.
Yeah. And I was there when Hong was doing the opening, right? Wow, it's super progressive, like above and beyond really quite progressive, right? Then the warm-up is even more deep, right? And then all the VIPs all like impatient already lah. But then he's doing his job. That's the right way.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah, you don't burn the main set guy. Then you have to like suck it up and look like you are playing shit music, and everybody boo you, but you still have to continue. Yeah, that's the pain.
I think that's the shag part about being a warm-up DJ.
Most of the residents need to actually do that all the time. Because for example, like let's say Tiesto is playing after you. Maybe he has some request that you need to follow and all this stuff. As a resident, you have to suck it up because the thing is, you're the guy that's actually making the whole event look good. It's a team effort. It's not only just one DJ.
They will have their own request. Cannot pass a certain BPM. Cannot play their song. Then this that. Have to be slightly softer.
Oh yeah. For most festivals, right, like before the international act come, the DB will. Yeah.
So like I remember the second day we had to keep the volume down until Oliver Holden start, then blast up. So I mean that was the way to announce the big guys come.
Yeah.
I mean they earn that lah.
They
earn that because So his music also very good. Like, I think he pushes the very housey.
Yeah, the day at Amber Lounge, he don't really need to engage the crowd, but because the music is so interactive, right? Then people just dance with it. Yeah.
And he also started his alter ego also at Hilo.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I think next year he'll be getting bigger. It's really very unique kind of sound as compared to the other.
And on trend also.
Yeah. It's really, I think he will be big next year.
By the way, who are you listening to right now?
Me? Actually, I don't really listen to music. Honestly, I only listen in the car. At home, I got my son, so I don't really blast music at home. I would just listen like here and there.
We actually the same. Like I was telling Patrick, I also don't listen to music. I even go jogging, no music.
It's like you are really listen to so much music. Right? The last thing you're gonna go home is I don't even touch the bed or whatever at home when I go back. It's just TV and So the only time I listen to new music is in the car.
I think for
Which is like radio.
Then, so basically, what you're saying is that when you get exposed to other genres or other, maybe let's say DJs, right? It's mostly through word of mouth.
And then I will dedicate like a certain time, like
once a week.
Yeah, it's okay. Today is just finding new music. I'll just spend the whole day like that. So only maybe once a week or once in 2 weeks, then that's it. I remember last time we had the DJ City whatever. Very easy. You just once a week just download everything. Most of the thing that you would play in the club is all there.
Right.
So don't really need to do much. And then they got all genres. They got trance. They got house. They got like all the popular ones is all there. The different edits. So quite convenient But then during COVID, we never most of us never like carry on and never look for new music. And then it's like that once you stop, right? Wow, you backlog.
The backlog quite crazy. Yeah.
Actually, I felt that because here in Singapore we stopped, right? Then my first travel to Indonesia, I didn't, I don't know why. I felt like last time before COVID, right? I felt like they're a bit behind us in music. But when I went there this time, it's like, whoa! I think we're still living in 2019, bro. Whatever they're playing is different already.
Yeah, we are actually quite sad to say. Back then we were the forerunners. Now
the Southeast Asia market.
Very hard I mean, in terms of music wise, can't really go experiment too much because the crowd just won't accept. That's very tough for us. We will say, DJ push. Okay, we push, but then you push the crowd out of the club. Then the manager say, why you play this, why you play that? Then if we it's not up to us to push new music, then it's cool.
Yeah, correct.
Exactly.